Welcome to Card Today. We're talking about Weiss Schwarz's cards of the day. And yes, I did shave because I'm actually tired of the kids that I work with touching my beard every couple minutes. So it had to go. Anyway, how are you guys liking the new format? Is it good? Because I kind of like it like this now. Anyway, I told you I was going to keep this up, and we're actually going to cover quite a bit of cards today. So I think it's actually going to be a lot easier if we do it like this. Me covering like 3 days and then 2 days. So that way the videos aren't super long. Anyway, first, let's get into Weiss Schwarz news. Idolmaster Million Live is getting a set. We were confirmed this, I think, last year, I believe, or earlier this year. And we have been told some rulings involving some of the OG Idolmaster characters in the set. Those characters in the new set can be mixed with the older sets. The OG characters in the new sets can be mixed with the newer characters in the new set. But the older Idolmaster cards cannot be mixed with the newer characters in Million Live. Anyway, here's a handy flowchart. Also, a big congratulations to Clinton Chan for getting second place in Chicago with Hannah Montana. I always felt that was a sleeper deck in the tournament season. And with that out of the way, let's get into these Steins Gates cards. In the last video we talked about this 3-2 Akane. This card does this. It's an early drop and stuff. So you might want to run at least 3 or 4, because now we actually have some cards that get some added effects with this in the level zone. The first card we got is this 1-0 Thoughts hidden behind a smile. She has experience when there's the 3-2 Suzuha in your level zone. She gets plus 1,500. So she goes up to 6,000 at a cost 0, which is actually pretty good. But you gotta make sure you get that 3-2 in your clock in your first couple turns. This card also has a climax combo that is, this ability can be activated once per turn. When damage dealt by this card is cancelled and you have cycling in your climax area, select up to 2 characters with lab member in your waiting room and send them back to your stock in any order. The climax is a green stock soul and 2 soul when triggered. Stock acceleration is actually, whoa shit, it got really dark in here, one sec. Okay, that's slightly better. Anyways, stock acceleration is pretty good, but it could put you in a tough spot if you don't have anything to use the stock for. It is good that the Suzuha has an early drop, so that's something you could gear up towards. Get it? Gear up. Warrior from the Future is a 1-0 backup, plus 1,000 on any character for free and experience. When you use this card's backup and you have the 3-2 Suzuha in your level area, one of your characters in battle, and during this turn it gets plus 1,500. So it is a split backup where you need to have the 3-2 in your level zone. And the last card for Monday is 1-1, my favorite right arm Hanashida Itaru, a lab member otaku character. First effect is all your Amane characters get plus 1 level, plus 500 as well. And on play from your hand, exchange the bottom of your clock with the lab member or an IBN 5100 in your waiting room. Oh shit! This is what we call synergy. Last effect is pay 2, rest this card, you can search a lab member character. All the Suzuha cards are actually lab member characters. You can get this card's early drop effect going, and the plus 1, plus 500 is okay. I guess you could survive like bombs pretty easily, and but you are gonna get rolled by anti-early drops fairly easily. Like, you're pretty much just giving your opponent a chance to fuck you over that way. Either way, this card is pretty tight. Although it's a pay 1, but whatever. Mainly you will be running it for the synergy with the early drop, and the pay 2 rest this to search is not that bad either. Let's get the self-insert character out of the way. Ferris Moe Hashira Itaru is a 0-0 green lab member otaku character that is pay 1. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, pay the cost. You could switch a Ferris character on the field and this card and swap their positions and stand. No restriction here, that's actually pretty good. Can be any Ferris character. So in a way, this turns any Ferris character into a runner. Kind of. And with that being said, let's get some Ferris cards out of the way. Real name Akija Rumiyo Ferris Nyan. Oh my god, I just fucking got cavities just by saying that. Is a 1-0 character with a climax combo where you pay 1 when you play Ferris Cup, and this is in the front row. You can pay the cost. You could select one other lab member character and stand it. The climax is a standby and soul when triggered. Okay, so this fixes any setback that the standbys have, which, if you guys don't know, is that when you play a standby, you get a character from your waiting room onto the field in rest. Now this bypasses that, and you could pay 1, because this is when you play Ferris Cup, so you could get the card first, pay 1, and the character would be in stand now. And it's any lab member, and Ferris is actually a lab member, so you could get that, but pretty much you could get anybody. This card has no cost to play, and it's only a pay 1 to get this effect off, and you'll be getting a good advantage over your opponent. And yeah, this is good. And what else is great is that this Climax actually has a Climax combo with another card as well. So here's Ferris Cup Organizer, a 3/2 character, and she is an early drop with 2 or less Climaxes in your waiting room. And on play from hand, you heal, and the Climax combo is pay 1. When this card reverses an opponent, and you have Ferris Cup, pay the cost, and you can burn 1, and then you can salvage a character. Let's get some more level effects in. Operation Valkyrie Okabe Rintaro lets you rest itself, and you can switch as lovers in your level zone with Fragment of Memory on your stage in stand, or vice versa. So what do these cards do? As lovers, Urushibara Luca gets plus 1,500 power if you have Fragment of Memory in your level zone. And Climax combo, when this card attacks, you have Fractual Androgynous in your Climax area, reveal the top card of your deck, and if that is a lab member character, add it to your hand. Fractual Androgynous is a 1k1 and a book when triggered. That's on a Climax combo? Usually those kinds of effects are reserved for on play with characters usually at a level 0. But this does not say that you need to discard a card from your hand, so there is an advantage in that. So pretty much on attack, you draw a card if you reveal a lab member character, which is pretty good. And this effect is not on reverse, so pretty much is to declare an attack and you plus 1. Fragment of Memory gets plus 1,500 if you have as lovers in your memory, and when Fractual Androgynous is played, and if you have a character with Okabe in its name, this gets plus 4,000 power. So you can gauge which card to play depending on the situation. If you are working on this combo, you will most likely have the Okabe we just mentioned on the field, already fulfilling the requirement for this Climax combo. And I am really digging the fact that multiple cards have Climax combos using the same Climax. Last card of the day is Miko of Yanabayashi Shrine, and on play, look up to X cards from the top of your deck, add 1, send the rest to the waiting room, where X is the number of lab member characters you have. The effect does actually count itself, so you will be at least getting 1 card. And when this card attacks, select 1 lab member character, and it gets plus 1,500 power for the turn. This effect can also target itself. And it has lab member character discard on... Wait, does it really? Wow, okay. I have not seen a level 3 with an encore effect in a while, so... Or actually, I've never seen one. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one before. So it can dig your deck, and it could buff itself up, and it has character discard encore, or it could buff someone else up as well, but I kind of don't like it because this card is pretty weak for a level 3. I mean, there is a one way you could play with this card. You could just get the direct soul damage in, you could reverse itself, and then you could bring it back with the encore, and you could give the boost to someone else that could use it, that could potentially run over something. So that way you're doing soul damage, but you are losing card advantage because you are getting rid of 1 card, but this is staying on the field, so there is that. A 2-soul crash that won't go away is kind of okay with me. And those are all the cards that we have today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content. And don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel where I do play a bunch of mobile games. I just uploaded the July Duel Links video, live stream video that I actually did, and I am working on the Titanic live stream that I did for a couple friends of mine. And yeah, this has been Lunchbox 5930, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which I think will be on Saturday.